Justice League is out and fans of it want something different now? So there was a change.org petition, which I don't think change.org is for this, but Zack Snyder has some hardcore devoted fans, and they want the Zack Snyder cut, which probably doesn't exist, to be released. This will never happen, you realize, because one, it's probably an unfinished version with scenes missing, sequences missing, wrong music, no special effects inserted. And they just felt that Joss Whedon's influence wrecked it somehow. This is very hard for me to feel empathy for.
It's easy to find empathy, and like Zack Snyder had emergencies, and he had to.
I'm sure he's a good guy.
He didn't have his whole artistic vision realized. That said, Zack Snyder fans think movies are just a bunch of scenes in a row. That's what Zack Snyder fans. You telling me that we lost some of? We want to see all of Zack Snyder's movie? No, you just want to see a bunch of Zack Snyder type scenes strung together with credits at the end. Zack Snyder movies do not understand like the progression of plot and the development of characters and conflict rising and resolution. They think conflict in a movie doesn't exist unless people are dying or getting strangled and killed in slow motion. That's what's so frustrating.
It's weird that they would blame Joss Whedon for whatever problems they have with it. I mean, Joss Whedon, you could take him for, he is a little bit problematic now, but his vision for the film would probably have been more accurate to the characters than Snyder's has, just based on history and what I've learned through it. I just want to say this version probably doesn't exist, and there's no way Warner Brothers is going to say, oh yeah, we wasted all this money, let's just release this other version to appease. I mean, it's a sizable amount, but I don't think it's enough. 35,000 signatures thus far.
Right, if they all pay $10,000 a piece, maybe it'll make up, is it $1,000 a piece? Maybe it'll make up.
I'm sorry, 75,000.
75,000 times a math number of dollars will make up for the difference between this movie at the box office and Thor at the box office. That's what it is.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've seen Thor. I haven't seen Justice League.
Did you like Thor?
Yeah, I did.
You did. It's a buddy comedy, right?
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, and that's what's missing. That's what's been missing from the DC universe. And I don't know, I've said that for 1,000 years.
I think I have too. The scenes that were cut out were primarily based around Cyborg, showing him playing with his different components of his suit before being a cyborg, having a high mastery over technology, talking about certain things and certain things that are probably spoilers, and also having some kind of, again, this is a spoiler, he makes a simulation and looks around it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think Zack Snyder, really talented in certain ways. His movies are created for the express purpose of showing how awesome entertainment centers are at Best Buy. That's what it is. The Magnolia area of Best Buy is what Zack Snyder was meant to do. They should give him a special blue polo shirt for all the times his films have wowed folks in the Magnolia home theater area of Best Buy.
By that, do you mean a Best Buy employee uniform?
That's what I'm saying. Okay. Give him a special blue Best Buy polo for that. I get so excited, and they keep giving him the things. I think they should let Zack Snyder play the role that the director of Thor said. Essentially, he was like, I do the funny stuff that I know how to do, and then I have someone else I follow what they want to do during like the action scenes and the special effects scenes, because he's not good at that. There was an interview, I forget where it was. But like, I think Zack Snyder could be that person who is the special conflict scene consultant to say how to accomplish visually stunning fight scenes.
Role.
But that's it. I think that's what it is, and he's one of the best at it. I just cannot you just can't keep trusting him with this much stuff.
I mean, it was a box office disappointment to Warner Brothers. I don't know who to blame for that, but Snyder could be a big part of that.
It's weird that like there have been box office successes for Warner Brothers that people like less than they like Justice League, right? Like people hated Suicide Squad.
It did well though.
But it did super well.
It made that money.
Maybe it's the fatigue of it all. I don't know. I
think fatigue is a big part of it.
Maybe it's the lack of an awesome trailer.
I think a lot of it is word of mouth too. Wonder Woman, it did better after its opening week because people were saying, "Oh my gosh, this movie, you must see it. It's so good."
Maybe people are just have Warner's fatigue or no DC fatigue
or comic book fatigue as well. I mean,
but then again, the same weekend or a week earlier, Thor does fine.
I don't know. It could be a lot of things. The one I want to make a change.org petition for is the mustache version of Superman. I would just like him to have that mustache back in and for no one to acknowledge it or explain it. Just Superman has a mustache now, but only sometimes. I think that would be an interesting film. Audience, did you enjoy Justice League? And do you think Zack Snyder's version would be better or worse? To me, it's like eating a mediocre hamburger and then insisting to also eat the cow eyes. But that's just me. Audience, let us know below and please like and subscribe for more.